Welcome to our channel. I'm Lizzie.
And I am Melanie.
What are we making today, Melanie?
We are making white bean, sweet potato, and kale stew soup today, depending on how thick it gets. Sometimes it's thicker than other times. One night I was looking for something to make and couldn't figure out what to make, and then I just threw some stuff together and I tested the recipe several times, and I will tell you a few things about the recipe. When you use your sweet potatoes, make sure you cut them pretty big, because if you don't, they will just disintegrate in the soup, which is really, really good, by the way. And these will be smaller because they will partially disintegrate. But it's really delicious, and I hope you like it. And the ingredients are broth, sweet potatoes, onion, a little bit of sage, a little bit of thyme, garlic, and the white beans. And this is one recipe where you definitely want to pre-soak your beans, because if you don't and you have to cook them for longer, you will end up with no sweet potatoes to munch on.
But if you didn't soak them, you could stop it and put the vegetables in later.
Yeah, you could.
So
you definitely could. You don't have to.
The flexibility of the Instant Pot is why I love it.
Yeah, I know. It is an awesome machine. It really is. And you know, I don't know if you guys do this, but I do all the time. If I open it up and it hasn't cooked quite enough, I'll just slap it on sauté for a little bit.
I've done that.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll do more pressure depending on what it is and when.
Yeah, I made it once and the sweet potatoes stayed pretty big, but they were soft enough that when you ate it, all you had to do was you cut them with a spoon, which was really luscious and good. So we're going to get started. So because I couldn't see, I didn't realize that the white beans weren't in the first shot. Here are the white beans.
Soaked and then drained, right?
Soaked and drained. And then it's 2 cups of white beans to start with. So, I goofed really big time. I turned off the camera instead of turning it on when we were putting everything into the pot.
We were waiting for it to heat up.
Yes.
And we didn't want to waste battery. So she turned it off, and then once it heated up, we were going to saute on camera, but we did not.
We forgot to turn it back on. So here are all the empty bowls, and we're going to tell you what we did. We put in onion and sautéed it for a little bit, and then right at the end, right before we added the beans, we put in the garlic and sautéed it for just probably 30 seconds.
Just till you smell it.
Yeah, just until you smell it, and it's a wonderful smell.
Yes.
So we did that, and it was a half an onion and 3 cloves of very big cloves of garlic.
And that's when you remember that if you don't like a lot of garlic, it doesn't mean you can't make this recipe.
Exactly.
It means you don't put any in, or you put in less, or you don't have a garlic, you throw in some garlic powder. You decide. It does not matter.
It doesn't. It really, really doesn't.
Most things, not everything, most things that you cook are really forgiving.
Yeah, baking, not so much.
No.
But regular cooking, just you can do-ish all the time. And then the next thing we did was add the beans, and they had been soaked and drained. There were 2
How long
cups
do you
of
soak them
beans.
for?
Usually overnight.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you just do it before you go to bed and then in the morning.
Yeah,
So
and then in the morning,
8 hours.
or if you're leaving for work and you're not going to make anything before work, or you know until later, then you can put them in the fridge at that
So
point.
8 hours ish.
Yeah, approximately 8 hours.
Okay, very good.
You could probably get away with 4, but 8 is optimal, I think.
Okay.
All right, so we put in the beans, we put in the broth, and then we added the sweet potatoes and the kale. And
The broth. Melanie had said, and not on camera apparently, 1 to 2 inches above, but then she also realized that last time she thought it was too watery. So the water wasn't measured. I mean, the broth wasn't measured, but it's about even with the ingredients. So
Yes.
you know, that's kind of how you know to do that.
Yes, and then I put in some thyme and some sage. That's also something that's an ish for you, but I would recommend 1/4 to 1/2 teaspoon.
Spew?
1/4.
Spew.
1/4 to 1/2 teaspoon of each. And the one thing we did forget before we put the lid on was to do salt and pepper. So we can do salt and pepper on camera. I'm thinking this is about 8 turns. And the salt, the last time I made this, I did 20 turns. 20, I think. Pretty close.
Salt to taste. This is really a beautiful combination. The white beans and the orange of the sweet potatoes and the green of the kale is really gorgeous.
It's a beautiful dish. I mean, it's something you would serve to guests, and I think they would absolutely love it. So as you can see, I'm not going an inch above. It's what you want. And if this doesn't work, we'll let you know. Time to put the lid on. There we go. And
Make sure it's on seal.
It's sealed.
And you cannot check that often enough.
Now we're going to set the Instant Pot for 20 minutes. And after it's finished, we will do 10 minutes of natural pressure release. Alrighty.
So 20 minutes of pressure and then 10 minutes or so of natural
12-ish.
release. 10 or so. And then release, stand back. Nope, nothing. Here we go. It's spinning a little.
And the fireworks begin. Okay, come on, baby, come on. And we wait. And wait. Requires patience.
Here we go.
Yay. Here we
That's
go. Oh, it did not need any more liquid. It looks good. It smells good. And as you can see, the potatoes are literally falling apart. Wow. And sometimes it depends on the type of potato you use. Sometimes they'll stick together, sometimes they won't. It looks like these are gonna almost completely fall apart. Well, nope, that one's still pretty solid. Oh, are you ready to taste?
I'm excited.
I am too.
It looks delicious.
I'm hungry. Let's go for it. And now the reason we do this.
So we can eat.
Yes, absolutely. All right, Lizzie, are you
Let's
ready to
try
do a
this.
taste?
We did add more salt.
Yes.
Which we almost always do, and I prefer to add a little less in the beginning, so that way it won't be. It's
Yep.
just, I've read once that you can put like a raw potato in your food to absorb the salt. I have not found that to actually be effective.
I haven't either. I tried it
Me too.
once
Same.
and I never did it again
Same.
because it didn't seem to make a difference.
No. Oh, that's delicious.
Mmm.
So, if I wanted it to be more, the broth to be a little thicker, would you still be still less liquid then? Or would you boil it down?
I think what I would do is just first, if you're going to have it, say you want to have it on a Thursday, make it on Wednesday.
Yeah, okay.
And it thickens overnight. Also, you can just mash some of the beans against the side.
Right, that'll
And then
work.
stir it in, and that will work beautifully.
It's delicious.
Yes.
And I love the
This is
love
good.
the sweet potatoes. I don't cook with sweet potatoes often enough, but
I know, I love sweet potatoes, and I've been trying to find other ways to use them other than just, let's bake a sweet potato. And it really, this combination is amazing together. It really, really is. And I think the sage and the thyme adds just a little bit of savory to counteract how sweet the sweet potatoes are. And the kale as well. So it's really, really good.
that's great.
And it's really, really hot, so.
It's really delicious and it's beautiful. So that's really.
Yes.
I don't always care if my food is beautiful, but regardless, it is a nice bonus when it is.
Yes, it is a bonus, and this is really, really pretty.
So thank you for joining us today.
Yes, we really appreciate it.
Please be sure and subscribe. The little red button right below.
Yes.
And when you push the button, a little bell will show up. That's the notification bell, and you will always be in the know. If you push that notification bell, you will know when we have a video coming out.
Yes, and please watch for us on social media, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter.
Twitter.
Yes.
Twitter. We tweet.
We tweet. Also, please comment below. We would love to know what you like to see. Do you want to see more things like this? Do you want to see more battles?
Have you tried it? Tell us how you did it.
Whatever you want us to do, please tell us.
Thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
The first thing we will put in is the
Beans.
Lizzie! I thought they were over there!
You wanted them out of the picture, that's why.
No!
I thought that was
That's
intentional.
hysterical. Okay.
So you don't drain the beans, you do the water.
Oh, I actually do. Thank you. My brain is not working. We're going to put the white beans in.
And how long did you soak those for?
Actually, no, we're not. We're going to saute the frickin' onion.